How the heck are you, everybody? I'm Fastidious. Welcome to my channel. So, with a lot that has been happening lately on the Forerunner server and the test server, a lot of us over on Global are getting excited and also super antsy, wondering how long do we have to save these beautiful ancient summoning crystals? How patient do we have to be? Who should we be holding our ancient summons for? What is the plan? You know, Praetus, the most powerful hero in the game, he is currently on raid up this weekend. It's happening this moment on Forerunner server. Not on Global, on Forerunner server. Does that mean it's coming soon? Iovar just arrived on the test server. Is he whom we should be holding for? And then, of course, Valderon, our boy Valdi. A lot of people are wondering, who should we be holding for? What are we saving for? This video is answering that question, and it really is more of a what than a whom, you know? Let's show you over here. Of course, I did all the math. We're going to get into it, and I'm going to show you the reason we are holding, why we are saving, and specifically why I am saving, what is my plan, and what is my advice for you guys. Let's get into it.
Fastidious.
Fastidious.
Alrighty, friends, let's get right into it. Of course, I did all the math. I made myself teeny tiny so we can focus on these beautiful, colorful numbers. This chart I put together. I want to talk you through the math in a super simple, quick way, and then we can get into the good stuff. Essentially, among a rarity class, the rarity class in question here is going to be Legendary Lords during an Ancient Summoning banner. So we're in that rarity class, Legendary Lords, right? Then within a rarity class, we have different rarity buckets. So this is an extra level of RNG where there are, different rates to get different kinds of heroes. You can see I've color-coded them here. The red ones, these are the rare Legendary Lords within the rarity class. And then the yellow ones, these are the normal Legendary Lords. And you can see the normal Legendary Lords have a weight of 3, while the rare ones have a weight of 2. Those numbers don't mean much. It's just to express that these ones, the Iax through Twin Fiend, they are 1.5 times more common. So, you get 2 points of weight towards the probability that you will pull one of these rare Legendary Lords, as opposed to 3, 1.5 times more than 2, right? That you will get one of these common Legendary Lords during an Ancient Summoning. I hope that makes sense. That's basically all you need to know to now go and understand what I did here. So right here you can see we have the current pool. I've calculated all the weights. We get a total weight. We can divide each hero's weight by the total weight. That's of all the heroes inside the rarity class. And then we get a specific rate for that hero. It keeps going on and on and on. You can see we're always going to see 2 kinds of numbers. We'll have the rate for a rare Legendary Lord and the rate for a common Legendary Lord. So it is said by the game, right? So we can see in our current pool of heroes, this is without Valderon and without Iovar, we are looking at a weight of 32 total, but all that matters is you have a 100% chance if you're going to hit a Legendary Lord rate hero that you're going to get one of these heroes, but how is it distributed? So from Cyrus through Tordor, each one of those has a 6.25%, so about a 6% chance you're going to hit them, and then with Iax through Twin Fiend, it's between a 9 and a 9.5% chance, right? 9.38%. That all adds up to, obviously, 100%. So what's all this stuff with the targets and the blue and the purple and then these other 2 charts over here? Well, I want to explain to you guys my lens through which I'm evaluating these potential banners, these potential circumstances, right? So if we look up here in the blue, we have what I've deemed key targets. These are of all the Legendary Lords in the game, and we know that are eventually coming to the game. These are the 4 that I am by far the most excited about. These are my 4 most wanted heroes in the game, right? We've got Soul Cadens, Praetus, they both are in the game right now, and then Valderon and Iovar. 2 heroes that are not yet in the game on Global, right? Iovar's not even on Forerunner yet. Then I have my general targets. So I add 3 more names to this group. So these are any Legendary Lord heroes that I would be particularly excited to hit on, right? So it's the same 4 I just said: Soul Cadens, Praetus, Valderon, Iovar, and then 3 others. We've got Cyrus, Gon, and Venoma. I know everyone's targets might be different, so I will make a copy of the sheet and make it public to everyone so you can adjust accordingly. You might have to do a little bit of math yourself, really just adding cells together, but I'll explain that very shortly. This is basically, these are the 7 I would like to get, and these are the 4 that by far I really want to get. So, as I'm evaluating the current hero pool, as well as forecasting future hero pools once Valderon is added and then Iovar is added as well, or maybe it's Iovar and then Valderon as well. Eventually they'll both be added. I want to keep in mind, what are my chances going to look like as more heroes enter the pool, and really the heroes that I desire are entering the pool? What is that going to look like to the changing of my chances to get them, right? So the chances of getting one of these blue heroes or then purple heroes. So you can see within the current pool, we'll start there. I've calculated the weight of the key targets that I would like. So there's only 2 in the current hero pool. Valderon and Iovar aren't there yet. So you can just add up those two weights. It's going to be Soul Cadence and Praetus. It's 4. I divide that by the total weight, and I've got a 1 in 8 chance, right? I have a 12.5% chance that if I hit Legendary Lord, and this is with no rate up, we'll talk about rate up after. This is with no rate up. I have a 12.5% chance that I'm going to get one of the ones I'm targeting. That's not that great. 1 in 8. You know, I've been pushing towards Ancient Lord Pity for over half a year. I want to make sure I've got a good chance to hit what I want to hit. Now, if we include my other 3 targets, Cyrus, Gon, and Venoma, and I acknowledge other people might be targeting other things, you know, maybe you want a Naracha, a Twin Fiend, so on and so on. For me personally, this is who is on my list, right? That's why I'm saying you can adjust it as you see fit. But that gives you a weight of 11, right? There's 2 more rare heroes, so that's another 4, and then 3 points from Venoma, since she is in the common bucket. So that's 11 out of 32, and we get just over a 34% chance, a 34.38% chance. All right, so that is our baseline. What I've now calculated next is, all right, what if we had the current pool and then Valderon comes next? That's what I predict what will be happening because he's been on Forerunner for a minute now, and of course Iovar hasn't even arrived on Forerunner yet, let alone the main global server. So if you bring that in, you can see I've highlighted him here. He is going to be, all the ancient exclusive lords are given the rare hero rate, the rare legendary lord rate, so they get a weight of 2. So from there, I can calculate the new total weight and just divide once again. So now Cyrus will be 2 divided by 34 instead of 2 divided by 32, and we can just go right down the line. So Valderon will have that 5.88% chance when he is added, and there's a new higher amount of weight. So you can see the rates for everyone have gone down. However, a new hero in my target class has arrived, so that rate is going to go up and go up in a pretty significant way. So now of my key targets, we have 3. Before it was just Praetus and Soul Cadence. Now it's Praetus, Soul Cadence, and Valderon, right? So now it's going to be 6 out of 34 as opposed to 4 out of 32. So we go up from a 1 in 8 chance, a 12.5% chance, to over a 17.5% chance. I mean, that is darn significant, right? We went up by over 5%. 5.15%. To me, that is super valuable. So now getting my absolute key targets, most wanted heroes in the game, I have a far better chance than I did if I was to pull now and not wait for Valderon to enter the hero pool. Again, mind you, this is without a banner. We will talk about a banner at the end. Now for my general targets, those 4 plus the other 3, my weight is now 13 out of 34, and the rate now is over 38%. So it went up from about 34%, a little bit more than that, to 38%, a little bit more than that. So a 4% boost or so. That's kind of huge. So we went up over 5% to hit my key targets and over 4% to just hit my targets in general. Now, what is going to happen if and when both Valderon and Iovar join the current hero pool? Well, if we look over here, you can see I've highlighted Iovar. He's going to get the same ancient exclusive rare rate. I can't say that for sure, but I can say that with as much certainty as I can predict anything. I think we can all agree on that. Now the total weight is going to go up by another 2, so it's going to be 36. You can do the same kind of dividing. You can see everyone's rate goes down even a little bit more, but we've added another hero that's a member of my wanted hero group, and particularly my key target hero group. So now the weight on my key target heroes is going to be 8. You can divide that by 36, and when you look at that, not too shabby at all, right? Over 20%. So it went up from about 17.5% to over 22%. We're looking at about a 4.5% boost to my key target heroes. And if you compare that to the original group, we're up almost 10%. That is super duper significant. And I love that. That's what I'm looking for, baby. Then if we look at the targets, it's now 15 out of 36. Got over a 41% chance, over 41.5% chance at 41.67%. Compare that to where we started before Valderon and Iovar were in the pool in these hypotheticals. We're up from over 34% to over 41.5%. So we're up like about a little more than 7%. That's huge. And to me, that is what we are holding for. The answer to all your guys' questions, who should you save for, who should you pull for, I think for almost all of us is not going to be a specific hero. It's going to be a specific circumstance. And that's once the heroes you want have entered the hero pool, right? One of them will get a banner, maybe both of them will, and maybe Praetus is going to get a banner too. But we don't know when those are going to happen. We can all predict it, but I'm not even going to make any prediction because I legitimately have no idea. A lot of stuff that's been happening on Forerunner lately, we have no idea when and how, like in what way it will arrive on the global server. We do know eventually these heroes will reach the pool, and that's what I'm waiting for, right? If I can be patient enough, I'm waiting for when we have this nice juiced up pool. I believe it's going to be 16 heroes now. That's becoming a big pool, right? So the more key heroes that I want and we all want are added to the pool, the better the circumstance for us. So if you can be patient, that is what you should be waiting for, to get these increased rates in general. Now, how does that manifest on a banner? Don't think I was going to hold out on you. Boom. This is a hypothetical Valderon banner. He is who I would predict will get the first 10x rate up among Valderon, Iovar, and Praetus. Certainly, I don't know. I just think based on Foreigner, that's what I would guess, right? So assuming we have the full pool, right? We're using this Valde Iovar pool. If we go over here, what would a Valderon 10x look like and how would it affect things? Well, this is where it gets amazing. So you've got your key heroes that you're targeting. You've got the other general target heroes. If one of those key heroes is on rate up, you're freaking living the life. Now the chance, the total weight goes up to 54, and you've multiplied this by 10, right? This is how they're always doing it for the ancient banners. So instead of having a weight of 2, he now has a weight of 20. That's how 10x normally works. That's how it should work. With certain heroes like Hotsit, that is not how it has worked, to our benefit. Not a bad thing at all. But here it should be a traditional 10x. His weight will now be 10 times higher. So he's got a 20 out of 54. Everyone else remains the same weight. You can see everyone else's rates go down a nice chunk. His rate sky up. And you can see it actually manifests that he is 10 times more likely to be pulled than other people from his rarity class. So instead of 3.7, it's going to be 37. That's incredible. Now, what does this do to our total key target weight? Well, instead of being 8, Valderon has now gone up by 18, right? So instead of being a weight of 8, we're at a weight of 26. Divide that by 54. We have nearly a 50-50 chance that we're going to hit on a key hero, because we have a super high chance coming up on a 40% chance to hit on Valderon if we do hit an Ancient Lord rarity hero. And then with the other 3, that brings it up to over 48%. Now, if we take all our targets, this is where, for me, it's the most exciting. Over a 60% chance. So this is my circumstance. But with those 4 key heroes that I am targeting, you know, if you add the other 3 kind of normals, the 2 rare normals and then the 1 common normal in Gon, Cyrus, and Phenoma, well, hell yeah, dude. That's incredible. 33 out of 54, 61.11%, over a 60% chance. I mean, does that guarantee anything? Absolutely not. The game doesn't owe you anything. Nothing is guaranteed. But does that set you up for a lot more success than these numbers over here? Absolutely. So, in conclusion, what the heck are we waiting for? What am I waiting for? Is it going to be a Praetus banner? Is it going to be a Valderon banner? Is it going to be a Iovar banner? For me, no. It quite simply is going to be, can I wait until Iovar and Valderon have been added to the pool? And then I'm just waiting for one of those guys 10x so I can manifest those crazy, crazy rates and really optimize my chances. Does that mean I might be waiting for a long time, a long ass time, a nice long while? It probably does. And I know that's not what a lot of you guys want to hear, so you do not have to hodl. You don't have to hold like crazy like I'm going to be. You can be slightly impatient, just wait for one of these 10x. But I will say, those of you that think you have the agency to sit around and be like, I'll do this 10x or this 10x, we don't know when any of those are coming. Iovar might get a 10x in frickin' May 2025. Praetus may never get a 10x on global server. We honestly do not know. So what I suggest is we operate with the information that we do have and the things that we do know, that these heroes will eventually be added to the pool, and then we take advantage of that pool. Guys, I hope this was helpful. Like I said, I'll make a copy of the link that you can edit yourself and put that in the description and the top pinned comment. I've been Fastidious. Share it with your mother. I'll see you in the next one.
Fastidious.